Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to attempt to explain to you all why Casca is one of the most complex and important characters in Berserk, and what we can learn from her transformation throughout the manga. I have yet to see a video that speaks about the important psychological story that is being told throughout Berserk, as well as its characters, and I hope to present this story so that all of you can spot this resemblance in your own life and develop from them. I've done a few videos on the psychological significance of mangas and animes, and as a student studying to be a therapist, I'm able to understand the extent of psychological themes that are present in almost all manga and anime that I watch. This is not to say that you have to be a clinician to understand such concepts, but rather have an interest in learning about therapeutic methods and the human psyche. Hopefully this video piques your interest in learning more. Now you may be wondering why this is even important. Let me tell you why. Anime and manga in general as a medium has the power to deeply affect individuals through its portrayal of archetypical characters, intricate narratives, and symbolic imagery. Anime often taps into universal themes and explores the depths of human emotions and provides a rich psychological landscape for analysis. But it is rare that we look at anime for its psychological significance and almost as a form of psychotherapeutic advice. Carl Jung, a pioneer of analytical psychology, believed that the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of experiences and symbols that are universal to all humans, influences human behavior and shapes the narratives that we create. By studying the psychology of anime and manga, we can gain insight into the human psyche and unravel the underlying psychological motives that resonate with the viewers. Berserk has become a global phenomenon, captivating audiences with its diverse range of storytelling and complex characters. The character Casca from Berserk undergoes a profound transformation that offers a fascinating lens through which to examine the concept of anima and animus, as proposed by the Swiss psychologist Carl Jung. Jung's theory of the anima and animus focuses on the innate psychological aspects that are present in both men and women. The anima, residing within the male psyche, represents feminine qualities, such as intuition, emotion, and creativity. On the other hand, the animus embodies the masculine aspects within the feminine psyche, such as assertiveness, rationality, and independence. According to Jung, achieving psychological balance involves integrating these opposites into its union. Berserk, created by Kentaro Miura, is a dark fantasy manga that follows the story of the protagonist Guts and his journey through a harsh and violent world. Casca is a central character. Initially, serves as a strong and independent female warrior. However, she experiences trauma that deeply affects her psyche and leads to a transformation in her character. Casca's transformation provides a compelling exploration of the anima archetype. Initially, she exhibits many masculine traits, including combat prowess and leadership qualities. Her animus is dominant, symbolizing her independence and ability to fend for herself in a male-dominated world. However, as the story progresses, Casca is subjected to a traumatic event known as the Eclipse, which results in the loss of her comrades and a profound psychological breakdown. In the aftermath of the eclipse, Casca's character undergoes a drastic change. She becomes psychologically frail, suffering from amnesia and regressing into a childlike state. Her animus disappears, and her anima becomes more prominent. This transformation exemplifies Jung's concept of the anima taking control in times of psychological distress. We can see this playing out in contemporary society, as there is a divide between males and females. One of the reasons for this divide is the lack of integration of the opposite within females. Of course, there are a multitude of concerns on the male side as well, but for the purpose of this video, and to focus on Casca as a symbolic figure, let's focus on the feminine. As technological advances increased and lives of individuals began to get easier, and the need for gender roles became less important, the female has become dominated by the animus, or the masculine aspects within the female. It is understandable, as the importance of individual progress for both genders is placed at the top. The adaptation of masculine traits is beneficial to climb the hierarchies that are within the workforce. For example, as a female lawyer, it's more useful to be assertive and dominant within a court hearing in order to win your case, thus climbing the hierarchies within your firm. But this is a problem, as the innate biological inclination of the feminine within the female is always present, and shunning this away has consequences. This suppression becomes the feminine shadow, and often as the suppression continues, there becomes a catastrophic or extreme event in one's life that brings forth the feminine within the female. It is your psyche forcing you to go through this process of integration, and into the process of becoming a whole person, which involves accepting the biological nature and inclination within your psyche, as well as acknowledging its presence. Casca's journey to wholeness parallels the process of integrating the anima and animus. Guts, the protagonist, becomes instrumental in aiding Casca's recovery and reintegrating her fragmented psyche. Guts represents the animus archetype in their relationship, providing stability, protection, and a sense of purpose. Casca's healing journey involves confronting her traumas and regaining agency over her own identity. Through her interactions with Guts and the support of her companions, she gradually rebuilds her sense of self and reclaims her warrior spirit. This process represents the reintegration of the animus into her personality, resulting in a more balanced individual. Kentaro Miura is a genius. This statement is often made because of the complexities of his characters and his storyline, but it is rare that people talk about what the complexities are. I'm almost positive that he was well versed in Jungian psychology, as many of Carl Jung's concepts and symbolic interpretations are present throughout this manga, in a very deep and complex manner. As for the anima and animus, Kentaro Miura takes this concept into a different lane that is relevant in contemporary society. Often in its simplest form, Carl Jung describes the need for the female to integrate their masculine side to begin their individuation process and become a whole. But Kentaro Miura noted that in modern society, it is the opposite. As the state of the world, and more specifically Western and developed countries such as Japan and North America, is in a state where females must integrate their feminine side back into who they are, as their environment, culture, and social surroundings have slowly helped them rely on their masculine aspect, or the anima, to survive in the workforce. This is shown in a dramatic manner as Casca is adapting to her environment of war, chaos, bloodshed, and the need for survival by climbing the ranks of the Band of the Hawks and commanding her own soldiers. She adapts masculine traits such as assertiveness, dominance, aggression, and ruthlessness in battle, so that she does not have to succumb to the brutality of her surroundings. Her childhood experiences of being assaulted by males encourages this hyper-integration of the animus, the masculine aspects of herself, so that it dominates her personality and her ego. Kentaro Miura demonstrates a variety of patterns of psychological integration and outlines the process of individuation for females through Casca as one of the main characters in Berserk. He integrates this Jungian aspect of the anima and animus in a very complex manner. In one state, you can see that Casca needs to integrate her animus in order to survive, in order to become whole as an individual. But as the story continues, she battles this integration of the anima and animus back and forth, as during one period of time she's hyper-masculine, and as she faces more trauma, she's hyper-feminine. Casca in this sense is beyond the complexities of what I have demonstrated in this video. She also represents patterns of the unconscious within the female psyche, the biological inclination for femininity. She presents tools for integrating the anima within the male, and also demonstrates a pathway for individuation. But these will be covered in the future, in another video. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Consider subscribing to my channel and leave a comment below about your thoughts on Casca as a character. And as always, take care everyone.